You talk about playing defense for every possession. You lost a couple. You lost Granger in a corner, and then West, the slow rotation. Those are kind of breakdowns that young teams got to learn from.
There's no question, Doug. And you know, it's one of those things where you have to play for the entire 24 seconds. They had about 3 or 4 plays that they fumble, 1 second on the shot clock, they throw in a 3. David, we don't rotate to Granger in the corner, break down there. So it's a little thing. I know it's a cliche, but we're right there as a young team. I cannot fault our men's effort. They gave it to us. They fought back in, clawed back in. I thought DeMar came to life in the second half. Now, again, we got to put a 48-minute collective effort together. It's not one guy's fault. It's not on one man. It's on all of us collectively as a unit, and not to have those breakdowns in those crucial situations. But those 2 plays with, the kind of a hesitant rotation really broke our back there at the end. But we gave ourselves a chance, and I thought our defense, we had 8 multiple stops, and which is huge.
It's only been 2 games, but I guess you could just speak to the confidence you have in DeMar, particularly in the fourth quarters.
Oh, he's played. Tonight he came alive. He got us back single-handedly in the game offensively. I thought he was hesitant. I thought everyone was hesitant and tight in the first half. And again, we weren't playing against chopped liver. Indiana's one of the top defensive teams. They're big, strong, aggressive. They're going to be in the hunt, the playoff hunt, once time comes. But again, we've got to do it for 48 minutes in each 24-second possession.
When you talk about how tight the team was, how much of that do you think was they were just trying to put on a show for the fans tonight, or?
I think it was a little, first game jitters may have been it, wanting to do so well, because again, it wasn't from the lack of effort. The guys competed, they didn't give in. We got back in it with our defense, and again, our offense is going to keep clicking, coming. We had a couple possessions where we fumbled, and again, you can't beat anybody when you have 19 turnovers. I thought that was huge.
What is it about DeMar or the fourth quarters that you're seeing that change?
I'm not sure. I don't know what it is in the fourth quarter. He's a young, athletic 2-guard, and he's a productive offensive player. We'd like to get him to do it more. I mean, he's got we run a lot of sets for him and just relax and play for 4 quarters. But I'm proud of him the way he did bounce back and play in the second half.
Aside from the fourth quarter, offensively, are you finding it a little tough with just the 2 preseason games, because the one game is going to get going?
Well, again, our whole goal coming in here was to improve defensively. We did it at probably the expense of our offensive execution, and I think that's the culprit of some of our turnovers, not spending a lot of time offensively. But I like the direction we're going. We continue to grow from tonight, to continue to grow from the first game against Cleveland defensively. Our offense will come. Those shots that we missed in the first half, the turnovers we made, I think the more and more we execute, the better we're going to, the more and more we play together, the more we're going to execute.
Coach, the game was similar to the home game against Boston with the slow start and the fourth quarter comeback. What does the team have to do differently in the first half to avoid having to come back in the fourth? One
is not turn the ball over. I think that was a huge culprit in the first half. Missed a lot of easy shots, relax and just play, But it does say us something about our hearts. The guys competed. They didn't give in against Boston. They didn't give in tonight against a good Indiana team.
We saw half a dozen zone possessions. How were you?
We did. A couple of possessions where I think they scored a 3. We had a breakdown on 1 with a 3, but I thought it was effective. I liked our rotations. Again, we're learning that. I wanted to get our man-to-man solid before we threw it in. But now we have it in and working on it each day. So that's another thing that I think we can grow from also.
You're going to James Johnson for a lot of minutes, and you get another big defensive team. Is he just getting it, or what?
James is doing an excellent job defensively. I mean, he's doing what we need to do. And he'll tell you on that last rotation, that was his rotation. Again, it's a learning experience, big game situation for him, a lot of minutes. And a veteran team like Indiana will make you pay if you have one mental breakdown. Believe me, this game wasn't James's fault at all. I thought he really battled, rebounded, used his athletic ability to get us in the game. And I'm really proud of him, the way he's competing defensively. And, again, we got to learn from our mistakes and grow from it.
How far along is the team in learning your defensive schemes?
We're there. We just got to stop the brain, you know what's at the end, and continue to grow from it, and then turn our defensive efforts and defensive intensity, and then turn around and execute offensively. I do think that we're expending a lot of energy defensively, and now we've got to learn to do it on both ends of the floor. Execute defensively, turn around, execute offensively.
Coach, a strong performance from your second unit tonight. Will there be any consideration put into maybe changing the starting lineup?
No. I'm not. You know, again, I didn't get excited after Cleveland win, and I'm not getting excited after this tough, competitive loss against a good Indiana team. And they're going to be one of the top teams in our conference. But we want to grow from and learn from each game, whether it's the first game against Cleveland or tonight.
Can you speak to your second unit and the performance they gave you?
Well, they did a heck of a job. They got us back in. But again, I thought DeMar offensively got us back into the game himself by attacking, using his athletic ability, getting to the basket. But the second unit, they held serve and did it. I thought Jared Bayless came in and did a good job.